I started this walk a few minutes ago and I'm going to take you right back to the start when this clip is finished. Sometimes people say, well, how do you get to the beginning and end of your walks? Today was easy. My son is doing a course in Chatham and I thought, take the opportunity to get a lift with him. He dumped me off where the Greensand Way crosses the A229, and at the end of the day he will pick me up and deposit me at Sevenoaks Station, and I shall go home that way. So you need sometimes to be inventive about a walk. If you know someone who's going somewhere, ask them if they can give you a lift to your desired starting point, and then try and make your way home by public transport. Much better than taking the car and doing those rather boring circular walks. So I hope you enjoy the day. Hope you stay with me all the way. And here we go. The last time I was here in Linton, it was in 2012, 10 years ago, when I was walking the whole of the Greensand Way. Wow, it seems like another lifetime. A glimpse of a modern apple orchard. Although it's still only early May, these paths are very quickly going to become overgrown. What a wonderful example of a sunken lane on the Greensand Way, spanned at this moment by a footbridge, but absolutely typical of roads over this sort of rock. This is obviously a place where raspberries are grown. And although it's only 8:30 and the sun is up, the heat coming out of these polytunnels is tremendous. Sadly, this is becoming an all too familiar theme out in what used to be the depths of the countryside. Clearly not too many people come this way now, and I suspect I'm going to get wet through as it rained last night. But there's no other... Oh, wet through and stung to bits. Well, this is truly the ups and downs of hiking. You can see how wet I got going down that path. coming down off the Greensand Ridge now, and ahead in the distance is the North Downs, and in between the beautiful Medway Valley. I'm walking northwards towards the village of Luce, and unless I'm much mistaken, down there I can see the spire of the parish church. Sometimes you just love the quirkiness of it all. Church Street. Oh, there's the church. I guess I wasn't expecting to find this. I suppose I'd always assumed Luce was just a suburb of Maidstone, whereas in reality it's a village that's been swallowed up by Maidstone. No, there was absolutely no way I was expecting any of this. I'm so glad I got out of the van earlier this morning and didn't go to my original drop-off point. I can't believe that my whole life I've driven up the main road between Hastings and Maidstone and never realised that all this was here. I saw 2 fish here when I first arrived, but although I waited for about 10 minutes, they never made a reappearance. It's about 10 to 10 and I haven't made as much progress as I hoped, but it's been a really interesting walk, and when the trail provides you with a table and a chair, then it has to be time for breakfast, and someone has left a teddy, so I've got a visitor for breakfast as well. We seem to be lapping the outskirts of Maidstone now. My first glimpse of the Medway today. And in the background I can hear a loudspeaker telling everybody it's local election day. off the riverbank for a while. Whether this is going to be a shortcut or not, it's a bit too early to say. Oh dear. I'm not sure how wise this was, really. Let's hope I can find my way back. I'm not sure whether this is looking any more promising or not. What a wonderful bank of cow parsley. Bit of mustard there that's escaped. And that is looking more promising. Another surprise on this journey. Allington Lock. These were worth a 50-yard detour to see. Very close to crossing the M20 now. You just wonder how many £1 million it cost to put this footbridge here so that the right of way of the footpath could be preserved. And that's all it is, it's just a footbridge. There's no vehicular access to this. Now that's where I'm going, over there, over the North Downs. I think I've made some good calls today, because I could have crossed this river on a modern bridge, and I thought, no, I think I'm going to go out of my way and see if I can find something better. And I went about 200 yards out of my way and came across this bridge, which is obviously the original crossing of the Medway at this point. That's Aylesford Church over there. That's where I could have crossed. I'm glad I came this way. Much more oldie worldy. This is supposed to be a footpath, and these bushes are absolutely wet through. Oh dear. After getting lost in a cornfield where the path had been ploughed over and the corn had grown, it's really rather nice to be on a road. The first vines I've seen on this walk on the southern slopes of the North Downs. A gate ahead, which is a good sign. Well, that was the quickest lunch ever. I discovered I'd left my lunch at home. Well, fortunately I'd had a decent breakfast, and I nearly always have peanuts in my bag, so I had a couple of handfuls of peanuts and just pressing on. I've got plenty of fluid on board, that's the important thing. Hey, I've made it to the North Downs Way. I believe that's a cowslip meadow. A little artificial pond and a bench. How lovely, how thoughtful. This is part of the centuries-old Pilgrim's Way to Canterbury. Not sure if you can see that rabbit in the distance. Turning off the Pilgrim's Way now to take this path, which should take us up and over the North Downs. Boxley Warren Nature Reserve. site of special scientific interest of national importance for chalk grassland. Candidate special area of conservation of international importance for yew woodland. And these must be some of the yews. Look at those roots. They look as if they've been there a few hundred years, don't they? I wonder why they were planted here. Oh, I find these going up bits quite a challenge these days. Slow and out of breath. Look at those views. This trail is truly the trail that keeps on giving. Just when you thought it couldn't get any better, there's a bluebell wood. Oh, what a lovely place to sit down and have a rest, with all these wonderful bluebells behind. This is Harp Farm Road. I've finished with the paths now, and this road will take me to the outskirts of Chatham, where hopefully my lift will be waiting.